Revolution.
Never underestimate the predictability of stupidity. Now I say this for a reason, because it's become quite apparent now that we are dealing, like myself and the investigative team conducting the investigation into this crime that's being carried out by a bunch of unaware imbeciles of titanic proportions. Yeah, never underestimate the predictability of stupidity. Now this goes to the investigative team who's looking into all this crime that's been carried out. And when I tell these idiots that we're dealing with that they're under investigation, that you might cringe as if I'm giving something away, or they'll be more aware, more alert to the surroundings. You've got nothing to worry about. You've absolutely got nothing to worry about. These people are so deluded, right? They do not live in the real world. They are disconnected from reality. They believe 100%, right, that they are invisible, right, that they are untouchable, and that no one will be able to work out what they've been up to. Right, so for the 3 and a bit years, well, put it this way, for 3 years I've been aware, almost 3 years, that I've been aware about what these clowns have been doing behind my back with regards to putting me in isolation, thinking somehow I'll lose my mind when they infiltrate all my family and friends and get them to go against me. Not that I had a lot to do with a large portion of my family anyway, and the ones that I did have something to do with, I viewed them as idiots anyway, so I'm not quite sure what they thought was going to happen or how it would affect me, but it doesn't really affect me. The initial shock at the time, but I got over that quickly and realised these people for who they truly are. That's just worthless, They're not worth my time or effort, right? They're just literally worthless, right? So I got over that. But regardless, even though the two main idiots that's gone around running the mouths, telling these tall tales, fabricating these fantastical stories about my character, about who I am, allegedly what I've been doing. And bear in mind, one of them I've had nothing to do with, coming up to 10 years this year, right? We're almost at the 10-year mark, right? Right, so I've had nothing to do with that person, no communications, other than when they try to come and fucking harass us and try to get us to react negatively, because, they've banked heavily on me reacting like they said they would, to all those gullible clowns who believed the lies, right? Right? Oh, it's going to do this. It's going to do that. Watch him. And if you do this, right? Coaching these fucking people based off a fallacy. You know what I mean? A story that's just not true. It's a pure fabrication. You know. I mean, once upon a time, of course, I may have been susceptible to this kind of rage bait because I hadn't learned my lesson. But you know, 10 years is a long time for someone like me to be stuck on repeat. I'm a person who likes change, I welcome development, I welcome progress. You know, I identify flaws in my own character and try to work on them and heal them and improve upon them so I don't get caught in that trap again, because a lot of people are just caught in cycles, just repeating the same routine yearly, you know, and I find that quite boring. I like to keep things interesting. I like to challenge myself. I like to push myself. You know, I like to learn new things. I'm always trying to develop my character. I'm always trying to become a better person than I was yesterday. It doesn't mean that I think I'm better than anyone else. I'm just trying to develop a better me. You know, and try and learn the mistakes that I've made in the past and not to repeat them. Because, you know what I mean? It's just stagnation where you're not learning how to develop yourself and move forward in life and progress yourself. But, you know, so once upon a time, I'll have been susceptible to that. And they've stuck, and the thing is with these people, they're stuck in the past, right? And so they, like, because they don't learn, they don't move forward, they're stuck in the same stagnation, stuck in the same stagnation of never-ending karmic cycles, right? There's no self-awareness. They don't cotton on to the flaws because ignorant people, right, believe themselves to be perfect, and they're highly critical of other people, right, and point out their flaws, their character flaws. But should you do the same to them? Oh, fucking hell. You'll watch a grown adult freak out. Right? Because like I said, like these people have not developed mentally. They may have grown physically, but mentally, psychologically, they still have their mentality of a child or a prepubescent teenager or a teenager barely 13. You know, and they're very childish, they're very petty. They can't take criticism. Don't like when people point out their flaws, but they think it's perfectly acceptable for them to point out other people's flaws. But regardless, right, they are beyond help, right? There's no saving these people. They're never going to learn, right? And it gets very tedious and tiresome having to keep repeating the same thing. But regardless, right, don't worry. They still believe that they're winning and that there will be no repercussions for their actions. They think themselves to be invisible. They think because they've had dodgy cunts in the justice system and they're part of like secret societies or trying to get initiated into secret societies through sacrificing a loved one. Well, they clearly don't fucking love us. I mean, they hate my guts. You know what I mean? It's not like, you know. And one of them, the fat whale, has a sexual obsession with us. Right? But like, so, but anyway, right? So like, back to the point. So for 10 years I've had nothing to do with this fat cunt who's like stuck in the past. Still thinks I'm some sort of fucking child, right? Because they can't see past the nose, and has like crafted this false narrative, this fallacy, on a past pretense that no longer exists. You know, it's like on another timeline, far back in the past. And then we've got another cunt, right? The lady boy, Dennis, right? Someone I don't know, I've never met, right? I try to communicate with them online, right? But it's like, again, it's an adult toddler. You know what I mean? It's very petty, very childish. It plays games, which I'm not. You know what I mean? I'm a grown adult. I'm very straightforward. I don't mince with my words. I'm very direct. don't need to wear a fucking mask. I don't hide behind masks. Like, what you see is what you fucking get. But it's like very difficult for people who hide behind masks and be indifferent to things. You know, and it's very easy for me to spot because I've had to deal with these people all my fucking life. And naturally, when you point out people, because I've got flaws, I've still got fucking flaws, I'm always learning, I'll be forever learning throughout my life as I move forward. Right? But these people are just flawed. They're flatlined. Like, they will never learn. They will never graduate. You know, they are stuck in stagnation, repeating cycles yearly, doing the same thing. Never thinking like, maybe I should do something different. They're afraid of change, right? They don't want to change. They are who they are. They're never going to learn, right? But like this fucking idiot from the Ukraine, who I tried to communicate with, I tried, but they just were wanting to play games. There was never any communication. I'd never had a face-to-face conversation with them, right? I don't know them on a personal level, right? I know you're all watching. We'll get to that. But I know you're all watching my fucking work. There's a very good reason why that is, which I'll get to shortly, right? But I've never had any kind of fucking conversation, no kind of bonding, no nothing, right? No getting to know each other, nothing, right? And this deluded freak, right? When because like with everyone, there's a cut-off line, right? I'm only going to do something for so long until I see it as wasted potential, and I just move on. And like, I've had to learn this type of resilience, this type of, you know what I mean? I've had to strengthen my heart to just realise that some people have potential, but they don't act upon it. They don't nurture that potential. They just waste it because they just incapable of having foresight. Never mind hindsight. They can't reflect, you know, and so like, but anyway, because I said no to this person, right, and rejected them and moved on, they've like sort of, because they had a bit of money or a minute bit of fame. But I'm telling you now, being a DJ, it's not all it's fucking cracked up to be. And some people just like, not all, but I've got experience with mentally unstable individuals who have a slight bit of fame that goes straight to their head, right? And they think they're some kind of fucking god to be worshipped and idolised. And I don't care. I really don't fucking care. It's like a lot of these people pay money to buy followers to give them some kind of fucking profile. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'll just like, once upon a time, right, I used to want to become a DJ, but having engaged with some of them, it just like, it's not really that important. It's not going to really it's just not important. It really isn't. And I've had to deal with a couple of fucking emotionally unstable individuals that still have the mentality of a child, who think they have some great significance because they can go around venues and knock out a few tunes, which I'm quite happily doing on a hobby basis only. But anyway, I keep drifting off because I've got that much to fucking talk about. But I don't know them, right? So, but they've and like, hold on, I'll just form it properly. So, the two clowns, right, who were hell bent on trying to destroy my life because both of them have been rejected and ignored, and have nothing to do with either of them. And it clearly it hurts the fifis. Oh, they've had their fifis, hotty watty. Oh my god. Oh, because I don't want to talk to them no more. It's like, you know what I mean? Everyone is entitled not to talk to someone if all they ever plan on doing is trying to slag you off behind your back, make up fucking false stories that aren't true. You know what I mean? And trying to destroy a person just because you can't control them. You know what I mean? So you try to control the narrative. And when you can't control the narrative, that's when they start to break down. Because they've lost all sense of control, as well as self-control. Not that they had any self-control anyway, because they're very impulsive individuals who are into all kinds of fucking weird and creepy shit, you know. And so I'm having to deal with these two fucking clowns that I want nothing to do with. One, like I say, one I've had nothing to do with for 10 years, and one I just haven't had anything to do with on any kind of fucking personal level. I don't know them, but yet they still took fucking umbrage. They took an exception. Because they're not used to being told no. Most narcissists are not used to being told no because they're too used to getting their own way. And when they can't get their own way, like, they go to extreme fucking lengths to ruin a person's fucking life. Starve them of like fucking finances. Right? Try to destroy any job opportunities that come their way. Try and throw in roadblocks at every fucking turn to try and block and stagnate and stop this person, all because you don't want to talk to them. Or all because you've told them no. Now, is that, like, in any sense of the fucking word, is that normal? No, it's not normal, right? These aren't normal people. There's something psychologically wrong with them, right? But rather than just be honest and just admit their sins, right, they'll perpetuate the lie and they'll keep it going. But they never keep to a straight story, right? They always change in the story. It becomes more elaborate, more diabolical. Right, nothing makes fucking sense anymore, and half the time they tell so many fucking lies, I can't remember what they said in the first place, and if you try to question them on that, they break down. Because the narcissist's foundation is all based on you accepting the lie and never questioning it, or never questioning their authority, right? And they're fucking... But anyway, this psycho who I've had nothing to do with for 10 years, the one who has a sexual obsession with us, the one that's into incest, that I've had it clarified by our children that she nonsenses them. Right, they try to turn their fucking sins onto me and try to accuse me for things that they do. Right? There's so much wanting to come out here because it's been a while since I made a video. Right, they just hell-bent on crafting fucking lies. Right, and rather than, like I say, rather than just be honest and be upfront and just accept your flaws, they won't. They'll double down, they'll triple down, they'll quadruple down. You know what I mean? They'll just keep locking it down, perpetuating the lie and making it worse for them fucking selves. Right? Because they hinged their deception, their lies, purely on the basis that I wouldn't be here now. Right? I was supposed to be dead 3 years ago. Right? All for a fucking inheritance that wasn't left to them. That they tried, because they part of like fucking swinger clubs and fucking worship Lucifer and nuns' kids, and you've got people in the judicial system, bent judges, bent fucking lawyers, bent fucking doctors, bent nurses, all want a slice of the fucking cake because clearly, right, whatever I'm supposed to be inheriting isn't a small chunk of change. You know what I mean? And you do not go to the lengths that these people have gone to, right, for peanuts, right? That's just logic, common sense, right? Because I've had to endure this. Well, it's been kept hidden for most of my life, and it turns out they're fucking not even my siblings, they're not even my fucking family, and like they've got a dark secret that they've hid from us because I've been fucking kidnapped or switched at birth, purely on the basis of pissing someone off and reaping the benefits of a fucking inheritance that was left to me since I was a child. Right? And they've told all these fucking lies, got all these people on board because this sexually obsessed fucking fat cunt that I've had nothing to do with for 10 years had been stalking me and paying people to hack into my social media to see who I'm fucking talking to so they can then infiltrate them. And so this fucking idiot from the Ukraine who couldn't even fucking have an intelligent conversation if a fucking life or his life depended on it, the lady boy, right? And because it was miffed, because it didn't want nothing to do with it, just jumped on the bandwagon. It was prepared to accept any fucking bullshit narrative that was said about me, and they just jumped on it. And especially with the cash incentive that they've went to, and the lengths that they've gone to, right, in order to get at this inheritance, including putting us in a fucking false fake marriage, right? Having the so-called ex-best friends standing as me, well, you know what I mean, and pretending to be fucking me, getting all these people to fucking stalk us, harass us, try and bully us, and like, well, I mean, they tried, but like, I'd destroy all the cunts single-handedly, one by one on their own, because, you know, they have to form together as a team to come at one fucking person who they deemed as fucking naive, gullible, weak, I won't fight back, I won't retaliate, I won't speak up about anything. Well, I've been talking about it for fucking 3 years, so clearly you're fucking full of shit there. And with everything else. And like more recently with some fucking idiot bearded gimp who would fucking break in two. Very easily. But I just have to stand there and just be calm and watch a fucking coward. That's not going to do anything, by the way. Multiple times he's had a chance to fucking like try and take us on. No, because he's a fucking faggot. He's a fucking coward. He's a rat. He's the fucking lowest of the low. Some cunt that I don't know, I know the... You know what I mean? I know him just about as much as I know the stupid come from Ukraine, which I don't. I've never fucking had any kind of conversation with him. It's just that my fucking name's been mentioned. And lies have been told about us. And they are like the gullible fucking people who just believe it. Without fucking question. And they form some kind of fucking sick, warped, twisted fucking narrative. And paint this fucking picture of me that's false. And then they try and come at us because, you know, cash incentives, paying people. A lot of people have been doing fucking good off my back. Now, fucking money that's supposed to belong to me. But anyway, most of that, you know, anyway. But what they've also been doing is, right, because we all know at YouTube, there's backup servers which hackers get into, which can get onto the main server, as well as having fucking revenue executives and God knows who else working at YouTube, right? To silence me, suppress my account, freeze my views. So even if our people are watching, it's not counting them. Do you know what I mean? And like I get no comments, I get no traffic whatsoever, or seemingly so, because they like painting illusions, right? And what they've done is they've created a separate account, probably done it on YouTube, probably done it on Instagram, right? Because they've got people at Instagram that they can communicate and talk with there. And they'll, you know, I don't have a TikTok, but they've definitely done it on fucking TikTok as well. And they've been taking my work that I've been uploading to try and call out these people. All while they've been trying to isolate me and try and keep me hidden, right? You know, logic. Narcissists do not understand logic. So they try and isolate me, keep me small, keep me hidden from out of the public domain, right? And they've been taking my work, right? And they've been creating fake accounts in my name on different fucking platforms, right? Submitting powers of attorneys, saying they're my manager and they're managing my work, creating fake bank accounts in my name, right? And getting payments made from the fucking revenue earned from the views of my work, which has copyrighted material in it as well, by the way. So you know there's a lot of fucking fraud going on if they fucking going to forego the copyright and continue to send cash payments to a fake bank account set up in my name under the guise that they've got a fake power of attorney on me and that they're managing me. You couldn't manage a fucking headache. And for the fucking sexually obsessed fat cunt, you couldn't even manage a fucking heart attack, which is coming really soon for you, you fat cunt. Right? And they're getting all this fucking money. Right, but and they get paid into a fake bank account, but not only me, they're doing it to other fucking like people. Like taking their fucking work, suppressing their channels, keeping them hidden. Because allegedly what they do, especially on YouTube, they put the account onto a backup server, so it's not on the main server, so it's hidden. Right, and so they can shadow ban it or freeze it and stop fucking traffic getting through. Or if people are watching, it's not counting the views. The views aren't going up, but when you go and watch it, it counts your views. Because that's how they fucking set it up. You know what I mean? Because they can manipulate the algorithm. They can manipulate the system because they have fucking love IT knobs. As well as fucking third party fucking hackers and what else. All in on this. And it's a lucrative fucking business. YouTube's a lucrative fucking business. A corporation, whatever you want to fucking call it. Because of all the fucking advertisement, ad revenue. And no, that's getting funneled as well. But like, they're stealing my fucking work. Right? And getting paid for fucking my work. Submitting fake fucking documents of powers of attorneys and like, or they're managing us. Do you know what I mean? Hold on. Oh. Right, so So forged documents, fake power of attorneys, right? Saying that they're my managers and that they're teaching me what they know. Well, I hate to fucking break it to you, like, but I taught myself how to fucking edit video. No one showed us, just download the app and just messed about with the settings and the features. And like myself, I'm a fast fucking learner. Things make fucking sense when you start fiddling about and playing with things and ideas pop into your fucking head, you know what I mean? Things that you don't have. You don't have creativity, you don't have talent. You know what I mean? You're just a fucking thief committing identity fraud. And so yeah, so all this has been going on, right? And getting to back to the point where I says never underestimate the predictability of stupidity. Now these silly cunts have like convinced themselves that they're invisible. No one's ever going to touch them. They're never going to get caught. And they've just been continuing this fucking fraud, this thievery, this robbery, right? But while I've been speaking out about it, and other people have been speaking out about it, and people have been reporting it, right? These platforms, however many they are, have been conducting their own personal investigation as well as people who've been investigating anyway, and they've sort of like teamed up sort of thing, right? And basically, like everything else, if they want to make sure that they lock you up, right, they have to allow you to continue to think that you're getting away with it. And no one's like getting away with it unseen, no one's observing you, no one's watching you, right? And they do that. The main reason why the investigation allows this investigative team allows you to do this is because they want to know how you're doing it. They want to know what your methods are, how are you fucking siphoning off this money, what paperwork are you submitting, you know what I mean? And they collate all this evidence and they stack it up, and they stack it up, and they stack it up, right? Till the point that they know all the players, they know the hackers, they know how they get you, they know how you're getting into the systems, right? They know the team who are operating this fucking fraud, this whole operation, right? And they're watching you, and they're observing you, and they're tracking you, and they're monitoring you, and they know who you're communicating with, right? And they know it's just not the fucking intellectual property of fucking content creators on different platforms. You've also got a fucking team in the judicial system of corrupt cunts who are scamming people out of their inheritances, trying to set them up, trying to get them to marry fucking freaks to kill them off so they can claim all the fucking inheritance and all that. And like I say, you've been getting away with this. If it wasn't for us pesky fucking psychics who can see things in the privacy of their own home, because like the investigative team, they like it's boggled the fucking mind. So how the fuck is someone who doesn't go anywhere, doesn't communicate with anyone, just isn't using the resources that they're using, can somehow predict what's going to happen before it happens and give them all the fucking pieces for the jigsaw puzzle to put together in order to see the bigger picture to solve this fucking crime that's been going on now for a few years. And well, by and large it's been happening more or less since I've been talking about it. So I was mainly speaking out about this in about February, March of 2023. So almost fucking 3 years, right? Not a kick in the arse off, shall we say. Because I keep forgetting now it's January, apparently the new year, but the new year's not until April 1st. You know, April Fool's Day. Think about it. But anyway, we're at a point now, a critical juncture in this whole operation, whereby they have enough evidence now to start making arrests. And there's people fucking grassing and everything, right? And there's going to come a point where the penny will finally fucking drop, and you're going to try and rush towards me and try and explain the fucking situation before the authorities get to me and explain what's going on. And if you do want to summon me to court, if I send out a summons, right, don't send it in the fucking Royal Mail. They still got daft cunts in there, divert my mail to go elsewhere. They've got people in my state, in the community, all manipulated to fucking like throw as many roadblocks in my way as possible, right? So if you want to summon us to court, just fucking come to my house. It's at my mother's at Wheatley Hill. You know where it's at now. there's been all kinds of investigations conducted while you have been blissfully unaware, thinking you're not being watched or monitored. Well, there hasn't been evidence collated against you, because when it all kicks off, you all be fucked. You'll be all come begging and fucking crying and fucking asking for fucking forgiveness and all that. Well, no, I've been telling you for the last fucking 3 years, but you're so fucking ignorant and arrogant and dumb and docile and backward and retarded and fucking special needs that I've told you and warned you. And like I say, there's no more warns now. This is going to happen, right? And like you especially like trying to go to court and trying to get people to stand in as me. Like, do you not think the new judges that you're going to stand in front of haven't already had you under investigation? Do you not think the judge that you've been standing in front of isn't an intuitive soul like myself and can see right through your fucking bullshit and has had you under investigation because he doesn't believe anything that you fucking say? He's had like specialists reviewing all your fucking false documents, and this other backward bent judge, do you not think they're going back through all of his fucking cases? Do you not think there's been a forensic fucking audit conducted through people like me and others speaking out about it while he was running around blissfully unaware that you're being fucking watched 24/7, and they know who all your contacts are, who you've been communicating with, whether it be on the dark web, Telegram, or whatever fucking messaging apps you've been using, and that in public you don't socialise with each other. You make pretend that you don't know each other until like you get on the dark web, or you get on your so-called encrypted fucking messaging services or Telegram or whatever, you know what I mean? They know what you're doing. They've been monitoring fucking everything, and they've been doing it while you've just been blissfully unaware. And because I'm not fucking dead yet, and you've been making all these fucking bold fucking grandiose fucking claims of how you're going to fucking take me fucking out and claim all this fucking inheritance and God knows what else, I am going to be able to prosecute the fuck out of all of yous. Even the platforms are going to prosecute the fuck out of all of yous, and all that money you fucking generated and made off of my fucking back, I'm going to get that back in spades, right? So I don't have to fucking worry, right? You're like trying to hold on, that's another thing. So like, yeah, I've told you what they've been doing in order of stealing my work and trying to keep me small, right? Trying to hide me, right? But how the fuck, right, are you trying to hide me when in the same breath you're stealing my work, uploading it on different platforms under my fucking name, right, and broadcasting it to the world and profiting from it? How does that keep me small? How exactly does that keep me hidden when I'm the one creating the fucking work and uploading it, and you're taking it and re-uploading it on other fucking platforms to get all these fucking views and all this revenue, right? Like I've said, you never underestimate the predictability of stupidity. You are all fucking clowns, and all you've done is give me a platform to voice the truth about you cunts, exposing you who fucking robbing me fucking blind, trying to isolate us, right? Trying to fucking isolate us. Trying to keep it small, right? When you put my fucking work on multiple fucking platforms and broadcast this to the fucking world. Doesn't make sense, does it? Well, that's because you're thick cunts. Right? So, right? Right? And you've been under investigation, right? And you've been fucking broadcasting me to the world, exposing yourselves, giving away all the fucking plots of what you've been doing. What are you thinking? You're not gonna get found out, right? Like, do you ever stop to fucking think? Because you're so hell bent and trying to rob us blind and steal from us, right? You're giving the fucking game away by promoting us to the fucking world. All right, you've silenced my channel. You're under the illusion that you've isolated us and keeping it small. But like, we'll steal its work and we'll create fake platforms, and we've got a wanker at a bank, a wanker banker, a manager, whatever, who can create fake accounts, and we can funnel that money into that account that we make in revenue from the views. And we can submit forged documents saying that we've got a power of attorney that way as manager. And then present us to the fucking world so everyone can see. So I must have quite a fucking audience if you're making money off it. But like I say, all these platforms are going to take you to court and you're in a huge amount of debt, because let's not forget, you've been making all kinds of fucking promises to some very, very dangerous people who can really fucking take your life. And you've told so many lies, right? To try and like harm me and end my life based off your fucking lies, because you're insecure, pathetic individuals, control freaks who don't like being told no. And you've went to these gargantuan fucking lengths to try and ruin my life because I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to be left alone in peace. And you don't like that. And you're going to cry about it. And you've done all this. Yeah, we'll silence them. We'll get him to stop talking. But then we'll steal its work. We'll try and take credit for it, and you're prepared to go to fucking court and stand in front of a judge, swear under oath, and try to send someone in to pretend to be me while you're uploading videos, right? And present me to the world that can be accessible by these team of investigators, by these private investigators, right? And be presented to the judge, right? And they can find me, because the fucking creditors can find out my address. Then a judge can hire a private detective or whoever he needs to get on board to carry out his work and find me as well. It's very much the same process, as what a creditor would do, or people who work in life insurance do, because they look to see if I've opened any bank accounts in the address that's addressed to me. Do you know what I mean? And things like that. Credit checks. If I'm fucking making purchases online from Amazon and things like that, it's all attached to my address. And while you're rerouting my summons to court, right, those letters have been traced, right, and they were aware that you divert my mail and they go into fucking other people's addresses, and strangers are opening them, and that's 14 years imprisonment just for that, right? And as I say, just come get us. Just fucking come. Like, if I've got to go to court, right, just come get us. I'll happily go. I'm not going anywhere. I've got to look after me mother. I'm getting myself back on a proper schedule now, whereby I go to bed early and wake up fucking early. Whereas before I was going to bed late and waking up fucking late. But just come and get us, right? I'll happily come. Or just hand deliver the letter to us. You know what I mean? And I'll come. If I'd have received the communication originally, I would have come. You know what I mean? I have nothing to hide. I'm not. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I keep to myself. I'm introverted. I'm an ambivert, but I like my peace. I'm introverted as well as extrovert. But by and large, I spend a lot of time on my own. It's fucking cold. It's cold. It was alright down that dip because the wind wasn't as strong. But and I'll tell you the truth, because I have nothing to do with these people. I'm not affiliated with anything that they're affiliated and a part of. I know they've been trying to get me affiliated and a part of it, to try and set me up and tangle me into this fucking web of deception that they've created for themselves. But I want nothing to do with none of them. I don't have any part in it. Like, I know they've tried to create all kinds of fucking fake AI videos of us, but like, you can just there's like software that can tell you if it's fucking real or fake. Anyway, so and then obviously the courts will have their method of proving whether they're real or forged or fake. But yeah, just when you're ready, just come and get us. I'll happily come, no problem. You can escort us if you want to. I have no problem at all, and I'll tell you the truth. I don't need to lie. I'll tell you the truth. But yeah, I think I'll leave it there for now. There'll probably be a little bit more, but heck, You see, because we're in 2026 now and everything's wrapping up, I don't really need to continuously talk about it, because the videos you've been stealing from me and presenting to the world while you've been under the illusion of keeping me isolated, hidden and small. I don't know how that works logically. You know what I mean? It's like it's oxymoronic. It's like it's contradictory. We'll isolate him, we'll hide him, we'll keep his account hidden, but then we'll steal his work and broadcast it to the world. So you put my face out there anyway, publicising us, broadcasting us, so people know who I am. And like I say, if I am on TikTok, and if I am on Instagram, and if I am on YouTube, right, and you're watching this now, right, because like I say, the fucking brain dead, these people, right, and I'm getting lots of views on these accounts. It's not me. It's not me. Remember, they're trying to isolate us, keep us hidden and small, but uploading videos of me and presenting it to the world on a grand scale on multiple platforms. Yeah, see how the logic fails there. You know what I mean? So I'll just repeat again. We're gonna isolate them. Well, I'm introverted anyway, so I fucking love my own space. We're gonna hide his account. Yes, you've hid my account. Yes, I'll grant you that. But then you've created fake accounts in my name, spread it out on multiple platforms. Got a dodgy bank manager to create a bank account in my name, submitted fake documents to these platforms, right, under the pretense of power of attorney, and you're my manager. My manager. You showed me fuck all. Everything I did, I was self-taught. I just figured it out for myself, you know, because I'm that kind of guy, right? And then proceed to steal my work that I upload on my hidden platform and upload it on your platforms that you've created, those fake accounts, and broadcast it to the world. And on that bombshell, I think I'll leave it there, because it's quite cold. My fucking hands and fingernails and fingers are going to drop off. I might have to prise it free from this fucking grip. But yes, I'll leave it there, and I'll be back sometime for another one. Maybe one of victory and celebration. But until then, catch you later.